So this is Lilith Eccles again with another layout and a process video. Today I'll be showing you how I created this really fun layout with lots of purple tones and hues. So here are all the products I pulled out. So I pulled out a couple of papers and a couple of stamps. I won't be using all of them, but I like to have a couple of options. Some of the embellishments from our refraction scrapbooking kit, which is a fabulous kit. So I'm using just a white backdrop as starting point, and then cutting up my papers, which I'll be using on the top part of the layout, and I'm just layering them and just cutting out strips just freely by hand, and I'll layer them one on top of the other. And I really love this petal paper and the little petals on them, and so I thought it'd be nice to use them as embellishments as well. So I'm just cutting out a couple of the petals from the paper, which I will then scatter over my page. So usually when I create, I have a kind of basic idea of what I want to make. So I'll have kind of a sketch in my head, or I'll maybe even write that down on some paper, draw it, and then I just work from that. I do like to have the freedom to change things up and just see how it works out once everything's on the paper. Now, I'm not using any glue, I'm just using a couple of staples to staple them down. And then I'm going to start working on my photo. So I'm using the paper strips at the top, and then I'm going to add a cluster with my photo. I'm just going to mat that onto some of the same paper which I used on the paper strips at the top. And then I'm going to mat that again onto some white paper. As you can see, I'm just really cutting this by hand. I don't really mind if it's just a little bit wonky. It's not a problem for me. I want to have fun when I'm creating, and I usually don't have a lot of time, so cutting it by hand is really easy. So I've already popped down a couple of those little petals, and now I'm just going to play around with the embellishments. I really like these little die cut flowers, which come in the kit as well. It saves a lot of time, and if you don't have a die cut machine, this comes in really, really handy. And if you do have one and you're short on time, this really works out if you want to quickly make something and just enjoy yourself, but you don't want to go through all the hassle of taking out your machine and your dies, etc. Here I'm just going to cut out some of those little pieces because some of them were a bit hard to get off. You do sometimes have the same problems when you use your die cut machine, so just see how they come off, and if you need to, just take some scissors. So here I'm going to create my cluster, and what the cluster does, it will draw the eye towards the photo, as do the petals. And I'm just going to glue the photo down, so that I'm gluing down, and then I'm going to start adhering the embellishments as well. I'm using, just playing around with some of those buttons. These are really pretty wooden buttons, and they have a kind of embellishment in the middle, and they do have foam tape on the back, so you can just quickly pop them down. A little wood chip heart. It's not a wood chip, sorry. It's a chipboard heart. And here I'm just gluing down those petals, and you can see they look really pretty. And what I did is I just glued them down in the middle, and then just kind of played with the edges so that they would pop up a little bit. I'm now going to create my title, and I could have used the alphabet stickers that come with the kit, but I wanted to use this stamp set which I just got, and it's the Scrapbook stamp set, and it's really great for scrapbooking layouts and creating titles. So because it's a new set, I do prep the stamp with an eraser, and then I just stamp it down, and as you can see, the image is really crisp then. And what's really fun about this stamp set is that you also get the dies with it, and you can just easily cut them out using your die cut machine. So here you can see all the dies. Just going to pop that on, and just to make sure that it doesn't move, just got to pop on a bit of tape. So now I'm just going to cut that with my Big Shot Plus machine, which is really big. I have that just beside me on a smaller little chest of drawers, but it's really big to pop onto my table. and I did want to show you how I put it through the machine. So there I have my title. I'm just going to pop that out, and you can see how really crisp that image is and how easily you cut it out with the die. So I'm just using some scraps from the paper which I already cut out. There we go, there we have our title. So now I'm just going to look through my other stamps. Maybe I thought I might use this one. There are several of these stamps in the shop. This one was in French, and this is another one of my favorites, but I don't think, in the end, I didn't use it. So I'm just looking, if it doesn't work, I just pop it away. So there you have it. I'm just going to add, I wanted to add another embellishment. So I did use the stamp set, the last one which you saw, and just took one of the feathers, which I'm going to stamp with some Elton New ink, which is a lavender color. And there you have it. Isn't that beautiful? I really like this stamp. I'm going to be using that so much. So I'm just going to cut it out and then just pop it on the layout. And then the finishing touch will be a little bit of journaling, and there you have it. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comment section and I'll answer them. And I'll leave you all the links to the products in the blog posts. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you very soon with another layout using the fabulous scrapbook kit, the reflection kit, and some of our fabulous stamps and inks and dies. Thank you so much for watching. See you very soon. Bye.